¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? What's happening?
I'm good. I'm good. I see we ready to go.
You are live on YouTube.
I appreciate you. So we ready to ride.
Okay, who else we got on the call?
It's just you, baby.
Okay, let's go. We
This is
live.
this is a special night, man. It's like a spring kickoff. You know what
Right.
I mean? We're gonna kick the dirt. I didn't want to take a conversation with you, you know what I'm saying, that wasn't gonna be recorded, man.
Right. Let's go.
You feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like there's a lot of things going on, and I was like, bro, I gotta bring light to my partner, my
that's right.
brother, my homie.
I
You know what
appreciate
I'm
that.
saying?
Yeah.
My dude that been killing them, man. And you know, we gonna take it from the beginning to where
Uh,
you at now. You know, nobody knows what I know right now. What's about to happen.
yep. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So we gonna touch in on that. But it was time to talk to my brother, man, and let the world know about this deal broker,
Yeah.
about this dude that went from the turntables to the corporate tables.
Right. Right.
You see how I did that, right? You see how I
That's
did
right.
that for
That's
you,
right.
man. The hashtag
Right.
corporate
Transition.
turntables to the corporate tables.
Yep. Yep.
You feel
Yep.
me?
Yep. I
So let me just
appreciate that.
let me start with this. Yo, you already know it's your boy Manny Mad Dog. Hey, los Latinos in the building, you know what I'm saying? We
That's
winning and
right.
we winning brave, man. You on
That's right.
Syndicate Talk Radio right now,
Talk
man, where
about it.
we celebrate the legends, the
Right.
OGs, the guys that been doing it forever and ever and ever,
Yeah.
man. They got real testimonials. So this is the platform, brother, where you get to tell your full testimonial and talk to your brother right now, man, and let them know what's going on. Let them know what's real. Let them know what you know. We're gonna start it from the beginning. We're gonna
Right.
take it to the middle. We're gonna take it from the then to the
Right.
now to what's going on in the future.
Right. Right. Let's
Man, take
do it.
that off your fat ass belly, nigga. You ain't
Hey,
that fat.
don't worry about what I do.
He look like he just ate some good. Hey, we got my man DJ JVO. Give it up for DJ JVO.
Salute, 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 salute. Big shout, Manny Mad Dog. Big shout to the whole collective agency and everybody, the whole BX, whole New York City, everybody, ATL. You know how we do. I just came from Louisiana. You already know what time it is, man. We out here.
Yeah, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there, man. That's
Yeah,
I hear you got some heavy things going on, man. We're gonna get there, man. We're gonna
yeah,
start with you, man. As the individual, as the brother, man.
yeah,
Where you from, you
yeah.
know what I'm saying, and where you grew up at.
I'm from New York City, man, my entire life, man. I'm born in Brooklyn. I'm an official Bronx guy. Ran back and forth between the two boroughs. Um, and that's it, man. All New
You
York,
sound like
most of my
Shampoo.
right, right, right.
You know,
Mo-
Shampoo Brooklyn, but claim the Bronx, but claim he like, nigga, I claim Brooklyn and the Bronx. I'm like,
because
man, they're two heavy boroughs.
two heavy boroughs, two great places to be from. So that's official New York City, and then I've been in PA in and out of Pennsylvania for a lot of years. All my Allentown people, Eastern PA, all the whole PA, man, ran through the whole Pennsylvania,
You ran
So
through all of that, man. So
all of
so
that, yeah.
where did you really grow up at? Like your youth, like when you started listening to hip hop, and then we're gonna take it there when you started loving hip hop. But
Right.
where were you at? Where were you at, man, growing up, man, as a youth that you was drawn to this hip hop stuff?
I was at the jams in the parks. I was there, nigga. I was there. I was there. Eden Wall Projects, man. 1981,
Woo!
1982.
Isn't that
You
where
know,
from Master Flex from?
Flex is from right up the street, Bronxwood. Flex is from right up the street. A lot of my people that I grew up with, is his people. Like big shout to Shout Master Kitty O. That was his first hype man. That's my OG from my projects. You got you got so many people, man, that worked with
Hey, don't
Flex.
forget Michael, man.
Uh,
Yeah.
oh man, that's my guy. That's my guy, Mike. Mike, yeah, yeah, yeah. Mr. Excitement. Mr. Excitement. Yeah.
Mr. Excitement. I'm
Mr.
glad you
Excitement.
said it. I was about to say it. Mr.
Yeah.
Excitement. Shout out, Mr. Excitement. Who
Yeah.
else, man? Who else in the community?
Oh man, so many people, man. So many people, man. Even Choke No Joke, man. Came up under Flex sometime carrying his records and everything like that. different people, man. Different people came out of my neighborhood. Got to give a big shout to Tricky T, Johnny the Fox, Johnny the Fox. You remember that? So
Give it, baby, give it.
yeah, yeah,
Give
yeah.
my listener the info.
Oh
Who came
man, we
out
can't.
Eden Wall Project, bro? Because it was a
Oh
lot of
man,
people that came out of that sector right there,
Grandmaster
man.
DST, Grandmaster DST. Come on, worked with Herbie Hancock, man. You know what I'm saying? So you know some of the greats. Don't forget the legendary Rich Nice. That's it.
Woo!
That's it. I said it
Woo!
all.
Rich
That was
Nice,
it.
shout out my brother.
Yeah, big shout out to Rich Nice, man. So many people, you know. So we lit, man. We just working, man, nonstop, man. I'm from a legendary neighborhood in the Bronx. I give big shout out to my community. Um, just so many great people came from my community, man. Big shout to Elise Murray. Her brother Eric. They was in Crush Groove. They were there at
Yeah,
the beginning of hip hop. They was with that first wave, and they did so much. They had a record called "Run Jesse Run" for Jesse Jackson's 1984
yeah,
presidential campaign. Right, that's your man, Jesse Jackson.
my dude. Shout out
That's
to Red.
right. That's right, man. So you know that's a
Yo,
good.
it was a lot. It's a lot that came out of that sector. And when you was coming up, bro, did you know that you was about to be in this music game? Like
Well,
what were the
well, like
challenges you coming up in Eden Wall Project and in the Bronx and all that as a youngin' man?
yeah,
Because you were like me, bro. We was there at the beginning of hip hop, bro.
yeah.
Whether
Big
we was a
shout,
few years late, but we was the
yeah.
youngins.
Big shout to Cammy T, by the way. Cammy T's over here on my live, man, on my Instagram live.
Ah, man, that's baby girl. You know,
That's right.
that's
That's right.
I raised her.
Right. That's right. So you know some of the challenges. It was the question.
Yeah,
You know,
like did you know, like when you was coming up as a younger, right? You was in high school. What high school you went to?
I went to Evander Childs.
Oh, Vander Child. Oh,
Yeah,
that's a whole nother convo, bro. We ain't gonna talk
yeah,
about the football team and all that, man. You know,
right,
yeah,
right,
we've had them conversations before.
right.
But in terms of being in that community and seeing what you saw developing around you, just mentioned a whole lot of big names, man.
Yeah.
Were you a part of that? Did you see it happening? Were you a youngin? Like
I
what was
was younger. I was younger, and then you know later on down the line, as I got older, people like Champ MC got record deals with ANC. I think it was A&W Records, or I can't remember the
A&W?
name
Yeah,
of.
you got it. You got it
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So Champ MC was like one of the first people to get a deal, and then you know Sharissa had the deal
Was
with
that
Jimmy
somebody
Hench.
like you knew from your block? Like, oh shit,
Yeah.
this dude from
Oh
my block just
no. I
just
grew up.
got a real
No,
record deal.
I grew up with them. Yeah,
Yeah.
our
How did that
communities.
feel?
Oh man, they inspired me so much, man. Um, Champ, Sharissa being with Jimmy Henchman over there, a henchman. So many people I was inspired by, man. So many people, man. So many
So
artists, man.
did you see Fun Master Flex coming up when you was young? Like
Yeah.
y'all in the,
Oh yeah.
you know, I know the projects. I know how it was, bro.
Yeah.
And the projects, everybody knows everybody, bro.
Yeah. Well, I was
Whether
a
you like
kid
them,
that
love them, or hate them, nigga, you stay away
I,
from them when you were connecting them. What
right,
did you
right.
see coming up?
Well, I was a kid that I never was limited to the projects. Because remember, I came from Brooklyn. I always was
Right.
back and forth. You know what I'm saying? So I never was somebody who just stayed in the projects. Like I went all around. Like even like my ability to travel now comes from my childhood. Like I would go from Harlem back to the Bronx, back to the Bronx over to Brooklyn. Like I was one of them guys, man. I kind of bounced around a lot, you know? So I was never stuck in any one certain place.
That's what I'm talking about. So as a youngin, man, what drew you to hip hop music, bro?
Being totally honest,
And when did you first feel that love? Like, god damn, like yo, this is what I'm gonna do for my life, bro.
I'm gonna tell you, man, to be totally honest, what happened with me was I was introduced to the music so young. My mother in the house in 19, I guess it had to be 80, was playing that Sugar Hill Gang.
Hey,
So she's playing the Sugar Hill Gang, and it's a total different rhythm than what I'm hearing. with the R&B that she's playing, the Rick James, the Tina Marie, the Michael Jackson, the Prince. So this is something different from what we're usually
Right.
hearing in the
Yeah.
house. But it was so funky. That Sugar Hill Gang was so funky. And then I go up to, she's playing that in Brooklyn in the house. But when I go to the Bronx for the summer with my grandmother,
Yeah.
I'm hearing these are the breaks.
Ah,
And when
yeah.
you at this
It's a
time when you
KRS-One. Would that am I
no
too
no
far
no
ahead?
that's Curtis Blow.
No, I'm talking about when you hearing Curtis Blow, KRS-One, and all of that going on in the Bronx.
I'm hearing listen, Curtis Blow was way before KRS-One.
Yeah,
You
that's all
talking about a
that
6
just
years
before.
different. Yeah. So when I'm hearing Curtis Blow, because I'm taking you to the earliest years possible.
Yeah. Let's go. I want
Curtis
to take you
Blow,
when you were
yeah,
first there
I'm
in
taking you to
Eden Wall Projects and in Brooklyn and going back and
right.
forth.
I'm telling you,
What was going
I'm
on?
I'm telling you in the Bronx, if you said something, the response was, that's the breaks. You could say, yo, it's hot outside. And the response would be, that's the breaks. You laughing because you was there and you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
nigga, I grew up to that.
Listen, you could say, yo, I'm going to the store to get something to eat. And somebody would say, that's the breaks. You know what I'm saying? So I come from that era and that club. You know what I mean? I gotta just give a shout out to everybody on my live. They showing so
Shout
much
out
love,
J
man.
Hood, Shout Town in the
Yeah,
building.
yeah. Shout out to my man Dot Mula. Shout out to my man Big Main, man, A-Town Productions. Shout to I Create Magazine, man. My partners over there, I Create
There you
Magazine.
go. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna talk about
Yeah,
that in a minute.
yep, Cammy
But we're
T.
gonna get to
Yeah.
that. They got allow me to go through the timeline.
Take your
Allow me
time.
to go through the timeline, Daddy. You feel what I'm
Yep,
saying?
I'm here.
So now, okay, you went to high school in the Bronx.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Now you
Yeah.
grown. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
going to stage hip hop is hitting, right?
Yeah.
Are you in hip hop? Are you involved? Like, what's the movement? Are
I'm
you in the
still
music business? Like, what are you
I'm
doing out of high school?
I'm still a fan. I'm still a fan at this point. I'm gonna
Okay.
be honest with you. I'm still a fan at this point. But what I'm doing at home is I'm beginning to write coming out of high school. Um, I'm a writer
You're a
by
writer
nature.
now.
I'm a writer by nature. I tell you,
What are you writing
this.
at this point?
I'm just writing poetry and I'm writing rhymes and I have that ambition like any young kid coming out the ghetto at that time to be an artist. Of course, that's my mindset, right?
Okay.
And I'm writing and I'm thinking about how could I be
At what
because
age would you say? What age would you say you was
I
at this
was
point?
I would say this is about 19, 20, 21, 22. I'm just playing with the idea of it and I'm running the
So
streets
you
at the
writing.
same
So what?
time.
So at this point, what do you want to be? You want to be an artist? You want to be a rapper? Because
I
keep in
want to
mind,
be I
at that
really
point, listen, at that point you was talking about, you also had another genre of music that was popping, freestyle music, dance music.
exactly. Well, I'm playing with the idea to be an artist, but I really know that the writing is in my blood. It's just my nature. So let me tell you some of the famous people. Like, all right, Langston Hughes is born on the same birthday as me.
Come on.
Big Boy from Outkast, same birthday as me. Um, you got Rick James, same birthday as me.
Rick
You got
James, I'm Rick James, bitch.
yeah, you got a lot of writers. Kevin Gates, same Aquarius as me. Cameron, Aquarius. You got a lot of Aquarius that's writers, and I learned that pretty young, right? And then also, I just was forced to read and write as a kid. Man, I had a great godmother out of Brooklyn that made me read and write. My grandmother, her mother was heavy on literacy,
Okay.
so I was in
RIF, man. Reading is fundamental, baby.
that's right, man. So you know how that go, man. Just loving it, man. Just loving
So
writing.
you at this point, you like 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, and you just
Right.
writing.
I'm just
Just
writing.
writing. I'm talking about just sitting there. You got pad
Writing.
to pen or
Right.
pen
Right.
pad, and you just
Right.
writing.
and you know, it kept me out of trouble too, man, because it's a rough environment. I'm in New York City. So I'm able to get a
And
lot of
you in
that stuff
Brooklyn
out.
and the Bronx, man. Two rough
Right.
hoods at that time.
Exactly. So it kept me, you know, it kept me kind of focused, getting my feelings out on paper, you know. So that's how that went on. But yeah, man, love writing, man. And my first how I really got in was I was working at a job, Canal Jeans in Manhattan at a clothing store.
Canal
And
jeans,
then
man. Wow.
Canal Jeans, right? Canal Jeans. So I'm working at Canal Jeans, and my manager in the vintage section started a, a record label. He came to work one day. He was like, "Yo, I'm starting a label. This is '98, right? I'm about 23."
That's like, listen, that's
And
like
then,
Herbie Love Bug back in the day, man.
right, like Herbie Lovebug, right? And the
Yeah,
guy was
with
from
salt
Queens.
and pepper, man. Like he work, yeah, they all working in
Right,
in that
right,
type of environment, same type of environment.
right. So the guy is actually from Queens, like Herbie. So long story short, I said, "Well, I write." So he said, "You a writer?" I said, "Yeah." We went and got an artist out of Harlem who was also at the job. I wrote the first two singles. We manufactured the first two singles through disc makers on cassette.
Disc makers, shout out disc makers.
Shout
Woo!
out disc makers, right?
Like people don't,
So,
like people don't really remember disc makers, man. And I got another company out in Jersey, man. But disc makers is what you focus on, man. Listen, at that time, if you was an independent artist,
yeah,
if you was somebody that was trying to do your own thing, promote your own thing, you was running through your shit, and you go to the studio and you
yeah,
produce and master your shit.
yeah.
Chances are 90% of them cats at that time were going to disc makers.
That's a fact. That's a super fact.
Yo, you was going to disc makers to get your shit printed up. You was going to
Yep,
disc maker to get your packaging.
yep.
You was going to disc makers to get your front cover. Whatever you had to do in terms of putting your product out there, promoting whatever it was, disc makers was the one, bro. You just went
Was the
real
one.
legendary right there.
Yep. So once I did the disc maker thing, we had all these cassettes. You know, I learned to copyright my music on my own by sending the PA form, filling out the PA form, and sending my
Yeah, the
writings
PA and the SA
into
form. Tell them
the
the SR form. Tell them
yeah
about that.
the SR form, sound recording forms, and then the PA form, performing art forms. I used to fill those out and send them to the Library of Congress. You know what I'm saying? Straight from my
When you
from my
still had to
money.
physically do it, there was no
Right,
online shit.
right. Was no online back then. So I turned around, and after we did the disc makers thing, you know, the owner of the label, he put me onto what's called a consignment agreement. One sheet agreement. I took it to Moody's Record on White Plains Road.
What's that about? Speak on that real quick.
So the consignment agreement is just saying, hey, I'm giving you my merchandise on consignment. And when you got to give me, I give you the product, you give me the money when you make the money. So I would take that consignment agreement and a couple cassette tapes, and I would take them to disc makers. I would take them to Moody's Records in the Bronx on White Plains
Yeah,
Road.
Moody, B Street,
Right. B
Rock and
Street in
Soul.
Brooklyn. Right, exactly. And I would take them to these spots, and I would leave the cassettes there. So I'm running the streets. I would go back, man. The cassette's still sitting there. Couple months go by. I went to Moody's one day. The guy passed me a knot of money. And that's when I knew I wanted to be in the music business for sure. You know what I mean?
About hey, that made you feel what you want to be in any industry at that point, man. I
Any
could be
industry,
selling
because
fruits and somebody give me a knot, nigga. I'm
right,
selling fruits and
right,
vegetables.
right. So I couldn't. I said I was able to see my intellectual property turn into cash. It's nothing else to do after that but that.
It's your vision turning into cash.
It's my vision turning into cash, man.
That's what
So
people don't understand, man.
and
And
that
about how old were you at this point?
I was 23.
So you were young and you started to turn over your vision. Shout out DJ Song Swift, man. And
Mm.
you was starting to turn over your vision,
Yep,
right? You're
yep,
a young dude. This is hip hop.
yep.
You learning, it's crazy because through the process, that's what I tell people, like, y'all don't understand, man. When you do it on your own, you learn the process from A to Z.
That's a fact.
You don't have no choice.
That's a fact.
At that point, we didn't have no choice. excuse me, we didn't have no choice at that point. We
Right.
had to understand it and learn it. Look how you
That's
just
right.
took it back to disc makers, man. Don't
Yeah.
nobody remember no freaking disc makers.
Nah, and they still around.
Are they really? Are they still out in Jersey?
They still in Jersey. They doing the thumb drives now.
Do they still use thumb drive?
They using it. They using the. They using the thumb drives, and I think they got other forms of mediums. Man, they still around. Big shout to disc makers, man.
Shout out disc
Word.
makers, man. They're legendary, man. Like when
Legendary.
I came into
Word.
business, I've been in business for almost 40 years, man, and they was already here.
Yeah, I know. You just told on yourself. You an old nigga.
Man, listen, I'm young and sexy, man. Don't
I
worry about
know.
that. So you starting to now learn really the business on your own,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is
Well,
incredible,
well,
bro. And we're really
well. I
without
have. Well.
listen, you know, incredible, bro. Without the tools that they had today to learn it,
Right. Right.
we didn't have
Right.
that, bro.
Right.
Like we had to really read books.
Yeah.
We really had to go out and talk to people
Right.
and figure out our way. How you got the hit makers is beyond me, but I
This
know if
man.
at that time, if you in the music industry, hit makers was that shit.
Right. And don't forget. Don't forget though.
Look.
I
My
did have a
uncle
lease
said
down the
Moody
hall.
Records was part of what he was doing.
Right. Right. I did have a lease Murray down the hall that gave me This Business of Music by Donald Passman. You know what I mean? Or Everything You Need to Know About the Music Industry by Donald Passman. So I had read one or two
Tell him,
books.
please, bro. That's the
Yeah.
Bible.
Yeah. I had read one or two books by then. Yeah.
And at that time, bro, I remember there wasn't at that time, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm talking about in the late '80s, early '90s. There wasn't an office that I could walk to, a major label, or I'm talking about major label, not no independent niggas, major label niggas that had that book in their shit.
Right.
Am I lying?
You're right. You 100% correct.
Because they use that as a reference all the time.
All the
Because
time.
there was a lot of contracts, agreements, and all that shit in there,
Yeah.
man. And there
Yeah.
was a better understanding for us,
Yeah.
man. Sometimes we didn't have the information that that
Right.
these cats are privy to these days.
Yes.
You feel me?
You're 100%
So
correct.
that got you in the
Absolutely.
music. So that got you in the music business.
Yes.
At that point, you like, so you like what? 19, 20, 21 years old?
About 23. 23,
23,
24 at
right?
this time. Yeah.
Okay, and you like, yo, I'm in the music business now, right?
Yes, sir.
Because you learn how to get money doing it, right?
Yes, sir.
So what do you do at this point?
At this point, I realized that I need to control costs because I don't got a lot of money at this point. So I figured it's time that I open my own recording studio. And I have also a love for fashion. For the culture coin, I call it the culture coin. It's two sides to the coin. One side is music, one side is fashion. People don't know that New York City is, in fact, the fashion capital, not the music capital, right?
Fashion
So,
capital of the world.
fashion capital of the world. But the hip hop started in the Bronx.
In the Bronx, baby. So we got both.
Right. So we got both.
Damn.
We got hip hop music and hip hop culture. And then we also have fashion. So it's always ran a parallel. I told you I got involved by working in a clothing store.
Yeah.
So my combination of working in a clothing store plus getting with somebody doing the independent music, I went open my own clothing store with, guess what? A studio in the back.
Oh.
In
Where did you do that at?
In Pennsylvania.
Wow.
In Pennsylvania. So in Eastern PA. So what I did was once I opened up the clothing store with the recording studio in the back, I had tons of artists start coming through. Now, mind you, in the clothing store, I got
Right.
more than clothes. I
Especially when
got
they coming to buy
mixtapes.
clothes, they're like, oh, I can make music in the back.
My man. Right. So you got to think, I got people coming in, they buying clothes, white tees is in style, and they come in and they like, yo, man, I want to record something. I did a lot of mixtapes out of there. I sold a lot of mixtapes out of there. And that was it, man. I sold a lot of mixtapes out of there. And then I started doing my own mixtapes. And that was it. The rest is history, man.
So that confirmed you being in the music industry?
Yeah, that confirmed me because my real introduction, you got to think, my real introduction is the business side as a writer. I was very blessed to come in as a writer because it helped me understand publishing, it helped me understand distribution, and it really helped me understand marketing. Because without marketing, showing the value of the product to the consumer, you're not going to move no units.
Yeah, and you understood manufacturing because you were fucking with hit makers.
Disc makers, right?
I mean, disc makers. I'm sorry, disc makers, man.
Exactly.
So you
You
start
know,
to understand the fundamentals of how much it's gonna cost me to make these CDs. And I remember we used to do the packages and all that, man. You know,
right.
like I said, man, that's a whole nother. I don't even want to get started in that conversation, bro, because we'll be on here for another hour just on that conversation, man.
Right.
How I first started. You feel what I'm saying?
How you start?
And
No, man.
yeah, with Jeffrey
You got a
Collins and
lot
all
of
that,
you
man.
got a lot of history. You
Yeah,
legendary, bro.
I understood it. I understood it from the distribution side and the manufacturing side before I understood everything else about it. That's what's crazy about it. You feel me?
Right, right. So
And that was
we
the beauty of
just
it. Like before I understood the music side of it, I understood the business side of it.
yeah, exactly. Me too. Me too. So that's deep. You know, we really blessed, man, to be doing what we love for so long.
Exactly, man. So at that point now, you're officially in the business, right?
Yes,
You got
sir.
a studio,
Yes,
you
sir.
got a fashion store.
Yes,
That's
sir.
you fashion, man. So are you like in your fashion store, are you distributing independent lines?
Yes, of course.
What
Of
was the
course.
first line that you had up in there? Can you
I,
remember?
I can't remember this line. It was a guy out of Allentown. He had his own clothing line, and he would come drop clothes off. I cannot remember the line. It's been so long, over 20 years ago. But yes, I would. And I had my own line. I had the name of the store. I had my own merchandise. So that was the primary one. Yeah,
But were
before
you
it was
picking up
popular.
independent lines and distributing them through your store?
I was picking up some independent lines, but to be honest, I was getting a lot of that stuff from the garment district when it was popping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then I was getting that Rockefeller, that Rockaware stuff in there and all that type of stuff, man. You know,
Yeah,
Fat Farm and
he
all
was
that
trying to
type of
push
stuff.
that shit at all the indie stores.
Exactly. And I had it. I had it. I had it heavy.
All right. So what was the rollout after that? Now you in the business, you got a studio, you got a fashion store.
Well,
What was in your mind like, yo, what is my next big, you know what I'm saying? Like you started
yeah,
sitting down and thinking like, okay, this is dope. I'm getting
yeah,
some money. I'm developing something. What was
yeah.
the transition into everything else?
I ran into a guy who became a good mentor to me. My man House from Interscope Records. House
Shout out
was
House, man. Yeah.
yeah. House was a
God
was
bless.
yeah. House was an outlaw with Tupac in them, and then House became from Newark, New Jersey, and then he got with G Unit, and he was heavy with G Unit, and he taught me a whole bunch of more stuff because by this time the digital wave is starting to come in. This is later. This is like '07, '08.
Okay, so you got the store and you transitioning into this new wave,
Well,
right?
yeah, I'm
Now
transitioning
we're in
to
the 2000s. You talking about we in the
the
2000s
right.
now?
We in the 2000s because the store was closed by '04, and now by '05, '06, '07, '08, the digital wave is starting to come in as far as the internet is taking off in '07.
Right. It's
Oh wait,
starting to roll out.
it's starting to roll out. So now, like I say, really even before that, I would say like '05 with MySpace and all of this stuff, the internet is
Right, right, right.
starting to
My
take,
faith didn't impacted, but it didn't it, but it did.
but it
Like the
did.
memory is not there no more.
Right.
But people
But
forget that MySpace was like
oh no,
the
it did in
original
a major
Instagram,
way.
the original Facebook. Remember they had
Right.
MySpace records, like niggas was signing deals literally
Right.
to MySpace.
Exactly. And
They ain't
then
got no Instagram records.
right. And
They
then
ain't got
at
no
that
Facebook
point,
records.
right. And then at that point, even though I had experience with DJing prior, I got real serious about the DJing thing. And
That's what I was about to
LimeWire,
ask you. That's where I was going.
yeah,
At what
yeah,
point
yeah.
did you become that DJ?
I got real serious in about '07,
Okay.
and I just went bonkers with it.
How did you learn DJing?
I graduated from Jam Master Jay's Scratch Academy in Manhattan.
Ah, the whole family over there. Yeah.
Yeah, I graduated from there. And Grandmaster Theodore was my instructor.
Shout out Grandmaster Theodore,
Shout
man.
out Grandmaster
Legendary.
Theodore.
People don't
So
even
yeah,
know, bro. If you don't know, you better
now you
fucking
know.
ask somebody, go Google it.
Right, right,
Yeah, DJ Song Swift, you already know, bro.
right. So long story short, man, from there I got into artist development because, like I said, House had taught
Nah,
me
nah,
a
nah, nah,
lot.
nah, nah. Before you go there, let's go through the DJ thing, man. Because
Oh,
understand,
well,
you
well,
still DJ Jamio to this day. You ain't
right, for
changed it
sure.
to Jamio.
All right,
I know Jamio, but you still DJ Jamio because I remember servicing DJ Jamio records
right,
and all that.
right. So what happened
Okay.
was
So how
the
long
D.
did that process last, bro?
I
And then we'll talk about how you transition now or how you pivoted out.
I would say for about a good 7 years, really strong. I would say from about '07 to about uh 14.
Okay,
I
and
was
where were you DJing at? Like, what type of
I was
DJing was
I
you
was
doing at
I
that
was
time?
all through Pennsylvania, Charlotte, North Carolina, New York, New Jersey. Um, I was the Coke Boys official DJ when French came out. I was
There
on
you
the whole
go.
Excuse My French tour. Um, so yeah, I would say for about 7 strong years.
Okay, and then you became a tour DJ, obviously working
I
with
was
French
oh
Montana and then Coke
yeah,
Boys.
yeah. Well, the Coke Boys, I was the official DJ for the Coke Boys. Shout to Drew,
Right. I
Chief,
remember that. I
Rock.
remember that, bro.
Yeah. So I did a lot. Wherever they were, I was. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they
And how
were
was
as a
that
group,
experience for
I
you,
was.
man, as French was blowing up?
That was awesome, man. That was awesome, man. Shout to French Montana. Shout to the whole BX. Shout to the whole Coke Boys, the City Boys. Shout to my man Ted City. Ted City is who brought me in that whole wave, who introduced me to the wave. When I got to the wave, I realized that I knew a lot of them personally. I knew their parents. So they automatically embraced me. I was one of them anyway. You know what I mean? We was all
Yeah,
together. Still
yeah.
Coke
So
Boys
you
to
was
this
already
day.
part of the Coke City movement.
I was already a part of the movement. It was all love. It was literally family. You know what I'm saying? So I was on the road with Gabi. I was on the road with Errol.
My brother Gabi Acevedo. Shout out Gabi Acevedo.
Yeah,
Shout out
shout
his
to
brother
Gabi.
Buddha. You know what I'm
Yeah, I was
saying? The whole family.
and to be honest, on the business side, I would just watch Gabi when we was on the road. I learned a lot from Gabi just watching him. And we had good
Gabi,
conversations.
that's my little brother, man. Him and his
Yeah,
brother Buddha. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
that's my brother and from
Gabi
Loud
puts the
Records. I mean, I know him from the Bronx, but when he took over Loud Records and SRC and all that,
I see.
Gabi
Right,
was that motherfucker, bro. And then when he
right,
started to manage, he took over after Dead, man. Let's be honest, bro. Let's have this conversation. He took over after Dead.
right.
You know what I'm saying? In terms of French, man. And I know
Right.
the whole story. I was there. I lived it. So when you ready to hear the
That's right.
story, holla at your boy.
For
I
sure,
know the
for
whole
sure.
story, man, how it
Yeah,
went down. But go ahead.
Gabi put the phone on his face like this.
Gabi's
This how
incredible.
Gabi be all day. Yeah. So yeah, nah, but I learned a lot
That's
just
Bronx.
from
That's Bronx all day, baby. It's
that's
BX.
BX. That's BX all day. You already know. But what you call it, it was just a good experience being on the road like that. And I tell you the truth, man, a lot of these guys, they want this success so badly, but they don't even realize they're not even built for the road. The road is very grueling. Very grueling.
That shit will beat your ass.
Kick your butt. Kick your whole butt, man. So yeah. So all right. So moving on. After now, I'm still running with the Coke wave, the whole Coke boy
Were you
wave.
still part of Coke Boys and what they
I'm
doing?
still
Were you
right.
part of the DVD and all of that when they were doing the DVD, or you came
I
afterwards?
caught I caught the tail end of it.
Okay, okay.
I caught the I was with French right before he signed to Bad Boy.
Right, okay.
Right before. And then Max, before Max
So
went in, Max
you
is
came after he transitioned out of Dead,
right,
and then you were running
exactly.
with Gabi, and then
Right,
Nels was a
exactly.
part of that. Salute Nels, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And all of
Salute
that
Nelson.
when they was putting
Right,
that all together, man, and making it
right.
right. I remember, I
That's when
remember,
I got
yo, I got a whole story behind that, but we will be on for a long time.
for a long time. Yeah. But yeah, now during that point, right at that right there at that point is when I began my artist development company along with my partner.
Okay. Why did you do
Yeah.
that? What's the thought process behind that?
Well,
And shout out,
I
was that with Rob?
Rob. Yep, with Rob.
Okay, we're
Rob
gonna get to
Terrell. Yep.
Rob and all that, man.
Yep.
So
So
what was the thought process behind that,
so
man? And what was
so
the
the
transition process? Like, yo, I'm not gonna do this Coke boy shit no more. I'm gonna do this now. You know what I'm saying?
well
Like,
well it's not that I
or was it
wasn't
just a
gonna do the
transition period?
yeah, it was I always felt like I could do both, right? But the artist development thing was like I didn't have I had an artist computer, my man computer out of the Bronx, Forest Projects. And I felt like I could help artists with all my experience at up until that point that I was really good at marketing. Cause I did some marketing for French while he was coming up. And when he first got signed. So I just felt like I was really good at marketing. You know what I'm saying? And it proved to be true.
Can I ask you
And
a question?
sure,
In your mind, because there's always this question, man, that keeps coming up. What's the difference between marketing and promotion? In your mind, you said marketing. You didn't say promotion. You
right, it's
said
a
marketing.
promotion. Yeah.
What is the difference between marketing and promotion? Can you tell me that
Great
before you
question.
continue with your story?
No, great question. I'm gonna tell you the answer to that.
Okay.
Um, Marketing is showing the value of the product to the consumer. That's the definition of marketing, showing the value of the product
And
to
how
the
do you go about
consumer.
doing that though? That's a blanket statement.
Well, you have to first identify the value of the product. That's number one. And then you have to identify the consumer, the targeted consumer. You got to know what the consumer likes.
You got to understand who your consumer is.
I'm the consumer though. So that
Okay.
part was easy. I brought
You
EPMD
and everybody
records.
around you.
Exactly. So that part was easy. The challenge is learning how to identify the value of the product.
So how did you identify the fact that you was doing marketing while you
It's
was
it,
a tour DJ for Coke Boys
it
slash French Montana?
is natural for me. It was literally natural for me. I knew the value of what he has, and I know the consumer base.
Dope,
Now
dope.
let me give you the
Hold on,
full
hold on. Without ever taking a marketing class.
without ever taking a marketing class.
And you
Let me give you the
defined it. You
answer to
defined it just now.
promotions. Yeah. Let me give you the answer to promotion now. Let me tell you the difference with promo. Promo is just simply maximizing exposure.
Okay. Go
Ma-
ahead. What did that mean? Break that down.
well, you have to put things in people's faces. You got to put it in their face. That's what promo is. Constantly putting it in their face, consistently putting something, the eyeballs. It's just like advertising, the eyeballs, getting the eyeballs on something or getting the ear to something. That's promo all day.
I love it. I love it. I want my listeners to understand it and to be
Yeah.
able to define it. You feel what I'm saying? Because I understand that's always a confusion. And I always ask my guests, man, if they understand the difference between promotion and marketing, or not even understanding it, but defining it. You feel what I'm
Defining it.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Defining it,
Defining it.
man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because people assume that they're one and the same, and they're really not.
Right.
Do
They're
they
not.
intertwine? Yeah, of
Yes,
course.
they do. Yes, they do.
Very much so. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
But
they do.
no. So at this point, you're like, yo, I'm doing marketing for Coke Boys. I'm on the
Yeah.
road with them.
Yeah.
You're building your relationships and your network, obviously, right? At this point,
No doubt. No question.
you know what I'm saying. You in a good position. I remember that time, bro, because I worked with Coke Boys. I worked with French in the Florida market at the time when I was down there. But
Yeah.
that being said, and Gabi's like my little brother, man. To be honest with you, Bronx nigga. You know what I'm
Bronx
saying?
nigga.
Bronx
All
all the
day.
way. Soundview, baby. Shout
There
out.
you go.
Shout out
Right.
Gabi and my brother Buddha, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, like, so now you in a real decent position, bro. And you
Yeah.
said you decided you wanted to do an artist development company. What what
Yes.
what what is that? What that entail? And you got with Rob Terrell. Right,
Yeah.
shout out Rob Terrell and all
Yeah.
that shit, man. How did you connect with Rob, and when did that start, man? And the
Yeah.
whole One Wealth Nation movement.
Yeah, I connected with Rob through my artist computer. Computer had brought Rob on board. I was management. Rob was business management, and that's how he and I met. Through officially, we have known each other prior to that. You know what I mean? Growing up in the Bronx, but that's how we officially connected through my artist computer. Man, computer was signed to Infamous Mob Records.
Of
Um,
course, I remember Computer, man.
yeah,
Computer with that motherfucker.
yeah, yeah. So
Much love to Computer, man.
yeah, he was actually signed to Select.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he was actually
Select
signed to
Records. Oh,
Select.
yeah, yeah,
Select,
yeah, 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 yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Back in the day, bro.
back in the days, yeah. So that's how I met. That was my artist. So that's how I officially got with Rob, and we started Wealth Nation back in 2012.
Okay. Okay, so y'all
Yeah,
been up and running for what now? 12 years?
12 years. 12 years, August 16th.
Strong.
Strong. We celebrating the anniversary this year in Vegas.
Oh, I gotta come out there for that one, man. You know, I
You
gotta
gotta
be
come
out there
out.
for that, bro.
Gotta come out, man.
That go without saying. So now you get with Rob, right? And you identify what? Like what was like, yo, what was the conversation
Well,
like at
I'm
that
gonna be
point? Like,
honest
yo,
with you.
homie, we gotta, like what was that
Uh,
conversation like?
well, we moved to Atlanta once we started the company, and he
Okay.
picked up
So
gun.
both
He
of y'all,
picked
hold
up.
on real quick. Both of y'all were in the Bronx?
I was in Pennsylvania. He was in Boston.
Okay. And then both of
So
y'all said, let's go to Atlanta.
yeah,
What
yeah.
was the thought process behind that? I gotta know. What made
Well,
you feel like, yo, we gotta leave where we at to go to Atlanta?
you got to put yourself in the money. Atlanta at that moment was the
I
biggest
love it.
independent artist. You got to put some geography behind your dreams.
Now you understood where it was going, just
Yes,
like I did when I left.
yes, absolutely.
As a businessman,
Big
you
shout to
understood
my man James
where
Worthy.
I love James Worthy, man. That's my
James
little
Worthy.
brother.
Yeah,
Nah, so you understood as a businessman, yo, I
yeah,
need to go where the money's going.
absolutely,
And let's be
absolutely.
honest, bro, the Bronx was fading.
Bronx was fading at that time. Yeah, quiet.
Yeah, the South was taking over, the West Coast was taking over,
Exactly.
down South was taking over. You had Luke and all these motherfuckers coming up,
Yeah,
and it was like, okay, it's getting flooded now. So
yeah.
you was going to Atlanta. What was the thought process behind y'all getting together and going to Atlanta?
Well, Rob had picked up Gunplay from Maybach Music.
Yeah, family right there. Shout out
Yeah,
Gunplay, man, Rick
yeah.
Ross and all that.
So Rob, to be honest, Rob moved there before me I would say about 9 months before me, 6 months before me. And he was
Okay.
like, yo, I got Gunplay. Gunplay's an exciting character.
As a
He said,
client, how did y'all pick him up?
well, we went through it was Diesel was coming out of Diesel was doing a lot of, I think, digital marketing. And there was a girl that was handling him. I can't remember her name. Megan, I think was her name. She
Okay.
had him. And Rob had got involved somehow through Megan, and we wound up picking up Gunplay.
Okay. Was that management
That
or
was
the
man.
side
That was
marketing?
Rob. Rob had him under management, actually.
Dope, dope.
Yeah, Rob had him under management.
Was it on the rollout of Rick Ross and
This is on the
everything?
heels of him having that case, actually. So, so
Okay,
it was a
okay.
rough time for him. Things was in the air,
Right, right,
with
right, right.
Def Jam and all that at that time.
Yeah, yeah. So you decided I'm going behind my boy Rob and I'm coming.
Yeah, I'm coming down. He asked me to come down to help him with Gunplay, and then we had already started the company, so it was just an ample opportunity to grow the company.
That's One Wealth Nation.
Well, One Wealth Nation. Yep, that's the site.
When you
The name
started
of the
One Wealth
company is
Nation,
Wealth
what was
Nation.
the thought? What was the thought process behind One Wealth Nation?
It's all about artist development and brand management. We develop the artists, then we manage their brand. They call me the brand builder. They call him the official deal maker.
You the brand builder, baby.
Right, and they call
Don't
him
get
the
it
they call
fucked
him,
up.
yep, and they call him the official deal maker. But what I learned though, you can't build anything till you develop it. You can't build a building until you develop the foundation.
Mm. And what did that mean to you?
That means everything to me because the developing process is exciting. It gets you to really connect with the artist and bond with the artist. So it means everything to me, man. Developing and building. That's what I love to do. We
So
make something out of nothing. You know how you do, man.
Yeah, you know how we do. Well,
That's
that's what I
it.
said. Like now I came up with something for you. I'm like, yo, yo. I always say for me, I came from the barrios to the ballrooms.
Right.
You know what
Right.
I'm saying? You came from the turntables to the board tables.
That's right.
You
Right.
know what I'm
From the
saying? Like you really,
turntables to the board tables. Right.
yeah. That's really your moniker because you created a transition,
Yeah, I created a
and,
transition.
and and you was doing it when other DJs weren't doing it.
The DJing saved my life, bro. The DJing
No,
saved my life.
nah, it's dope. But I'm saying you
Yeah.
did you pivoted out of a DJ because you could have stayed doing that.
Yeah.
And today you could still be this DJ, that DJ, tour DJ,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead, you are that official executive.
Yeah. Today. Yeah.
You feel what I'm
Today.
saying? Today you
Long
are that
journey.
boardroom dude. You that dude that be up at the labels having conversations. I
Yes.
know
Thank
because
God.
I used to be that dude when
Right.
I lived
That's
in New
right.
York. You know what I mean? That's why
That's
you
right.
and I always connected because I'm like, bro, you
You did
doing
that.
everything that I used to do back in the
I know.
days.
I know.
Bouncing
I know.
later. Hey, today I'm at Def Jam. Today I'm at
Yeah.
Sony. Today I'm at you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
every day, you might be at 2, 3 labels a day.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's
And you
right.
really did that and really
Oh
doing it,
yeah. Absolutely.
which I love, man. And you transition from being that DJ, you feel me, to
Right.
being that executive.
Yes.
Now, as far as what you've done with Rob, can we talk a little on that and what you've done and
Sure.
what you've done with the company and
Absolutely.
all that, man? Tell me about the
Absolutely.
growth of
Wealth
the
Nation.
company and what's happened in terms of Wealth Nation.
Well, let me say this. Rob is innovative. He's a visionary. And I'm as well as I am. Um, very much a deal maker. Himself. And our company runs on systems. No different than the body runs on systems, nervous system, circulatory system. Our company runs on system, and we have what I call a system of success. A system of success is where the executive is developed and the executive is compensated, but at the same time, the artists are progressing and developing. And that's what I call a system of success. We are the number one artist development company in the country, for good or for bad. No matter what we've been through, we are the number one and probably the first artist development company. Because as you know, artist development is a term that was utilized by the major labels that they did away with. When they
Facts.
did a
And
when they did a,
yeah, it don't exist no more.
it don't exist no more.
The
So when
artist development was really underneath the A&R, and then
exactly,
they cut that out and just created the A&R, and the art, like the A&R became the artist developer, but they don't know
exactly,
shit about developing an artist.
exactly. So when they discarded that term, artist development, we picked it up as entrepreneurs. So we're music business entrepreneurs. We are. I gotta say it, man. All glory to God. That's number one. That's how I should have started this meeting, this interview, man, with you, man, by saying that all glory to God, man, because we ain't no joke, bro. What God has allowed us to do with this company is amazing. We have major distribution by Sony with Sony
Let
Orchard.
them know.
We
And
have
how many
major
artists do you guys distribute at this point?
Oh man, how many have we distributed?
I mean, whatever
Oh,
you want to say. How many you distributed?
we
How many have you distributed?
we
Has
got
it been
over
hundreds?
200. Listen, bro, we got over 200 releases on the Orchard, bro.
Mm.
And we got over 200 releases on the Orchard, bro. That's Sony, right? We got Empire Universal. We've distributed records to Empire Universal. Prior to having those deals, we was with Sony Red. Prior to being with Sony Red, we was
Now
with
Sony Orchard.
right now Sony Orchard. The first deal we had was in Grooves Fontana, bro.
In Grooves Fontana. Oh my
Come
God.
on, man. That was our that was our first
Yeah,
deal.
that's a full like say CD baby to me.
Yeah. So I had got when we first started the company, I actually had got Rob a position over at Bungalow Universal.
Bungalow, wow, that was the family
Yeah,
over there too,
yeah,
man.
yeah. I had
Bungalow was supposed to
introduced.
do some big things too, man. That's
Yeah,
when Monty
yeah.
was. But that's still when Monty Lippman was still there.
I was right after Monty left.
Okay, that's when he segued over and they did
Yeah,
everything else that they were supposed to do.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
but but let me tell you, man. We've had major distribution now for over, I would say, over 9 years. And then thanks to you, man, we acquired the BET mobile distribution with the brother
There we go,
Alizé.
Daddy. There
So,
we go.
we
We gonna get there, man. But shout out the
yeah,
family, man. We got some
shout
big
out the
things that we about
family.
to do with the fam over at
Yeah,
BT Mobile Distro. You
BET
feel what I'm
mobile
saying?
distribution. Yeah. So we
But
lit, man.
I love what you're doing. I love how you bouncing around, man. I love how you doing them deals, man. Just like Kermit's on here blowing up. CC's
Yeah,
asking what company, man. One
yeah.
Wealth Nation, man. What is it? OneWealthNation.com,
It's
right?
it's wealth it's onewealthnation.com. The company is Wealth Nation.
Okay. What other companies had you guys? I seen you guys created a couple of other companies underneath that
We
that
had
banner.
we had Star Life
What's that
Tours.
about?
We had Star Life Tours. We transitioned out of Star Life Tours. We did over 13 independent artist tours. And once
Hmm.
again, that road to kick your butt. So we kind of left the Star Life Tours alone, but we still do shows. We still have a connect. We still do shows. We still offer artists big platforms, with in collaboration with Live Nation. Do Rob's label. Rob has a label called Rockstar. So
I
so
seen
that's
that. That's a whole nother movement. Right?
that yeah, that's
What's the whole thing called? Rockstar what?
I think it's called Rockstar Records maybe.
Yeah,
And that
so a
that's
Rockstar Life, I think it was called Rockstar Life or something like that.
I think
Something
that's
like
the
that. I know that
hashtag.
I've
Yeah.
seen it.
But we also have Rob and I also started a company called Musicnomics.
What's Music Nine? So that's I was about to get there. Yo, great
Right.
segue,
So
bro. You
so
did it.
music
You did it for
right,
me because I really want
right,
to talk about Music, what it's
right,
about, and
right.
what made y'all start that.
So we realized after servicing a lot of independent artists through the artist development company, we realized that a lot of artists did not have funding. They just don't have the budgets. So Musicnomics is a company that helps um educate them on financial matters and helps them acquire investors.
Speak on that.
All right, so Musicnomics, like I said, educates them on just financial literacy in general, but then help build them to the point where they become attractive to investors, angels investors, VCs and all of this,
VC, yeah, all that.
and
Yep.
then really match them with them. I'm gonna be honest, it started as an app. It was an app idea,
Okay.
and the app really, to just be totally out, the app just didn't come to fruition.
The
You know how that shit go, real
conversation
complex.
was better than the act.
Yes, that's it. But Musicnomics is still around, and the core of it, the spirit of it, is to match artists with investors.
I love it, and we're gonna have a sidebar convo on that, man, because
Sure,
that's something that's really important, man, to my heart.
sure,
And
sure,
what I've
definitely.
done, you know what I'm saying, when I was doing the 680 events in
Yep,
Atlanta and
yep.
all that with my former partner,
I remember.
and and figuring out ways for these young entrepreneurs to be able to get funding.
Yes,
You
get
feel what I'm
funding.
saying?
Yes, yes.
Even off their off their credit lines and off
There you
that,
go.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's a whole nother conversation,
That's a whole
man.
nother conversation. Yeah.
Yeah, so I appreciate you doing that, you know what I'm saying? Because it's so necessary to these young cats, man, for them to understand the economics of our business.
Yes,
You feel what I'm saying?
yes.
And that's where they get lost sometimes, man. And
Yeah,
that's at the end of the day, that's why they wind up broke, they wind up
yeah,
lost, they wind up fucked
yeah.
up because they didn't understand the business of the business.
Yes,
You
yes.
feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
fast forward, bro. So you got all these companies going on. You got all this shit happening, man.
Right.
Where's my brother at today, man? I know you got a studio.
Yeah.
What's it called?
It's called Proven Magic. It's my partner is my
You,
my son. Yeah, my son is 22 now.
God bless, man. What
Yeah.
made you
Shout
start
out to
that with your
Drippy
son?
Karan.
That's right.
Listen,
Shout him out, man. What made
shout.
you start that
Yeah.
with your son? And what
Um.
made your son start go in business with his
Well.
dad? Like that
Yeah.
don't always
Well.
work out well.
Yeah. That don't always work out well. but in our case, it's working out pretty well. He
Take
had an
that, take
interest.
that.
Yeah, as being a young guy, he has this interest in being a YouTuber and a content creator. And I figured, and I saw this in Atlanta, and I brought it back to the north. I brought it up here to New Jersey and Pennsylvania. The studios in New Jersey on the borderline of Pennsylvania. And what I did was I realized that that area didn't have a multimedia center where you could record, do podcasting, and create content all in the same space. And I had store spaces like
Mm,
that in Atlanta. And I was like, I got to bring
right.
this back.
You know what it is.
Yeah. So I got to bring this back to the north because they don't have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
bring it up top.
I brought it up top. So I'm ahead of the curve on that one. And me and my son. My son's born on my birthday. It was really pretty much a birthday gift to him, the partnership.
Woo, that was your gift.
Yeah, yeah,
That's a blessing, bro.
yeah, yep. So that's how that go as far as studio is concerned. And we rocking. I got a I Create magazine. Uh Talisha Smith, she's a big partner with the magazine with me, and she helps with the
What is
studio
the
as well.
magazine about? And when did that
The
start? Is that
magazine is
out or
all about.
what's the situation with
Oh
that?
man, the magazine is all about content creators,
Okay.
and she handles a lot of content creators and develops them, man, and that's a big thing for us.
Fire, man. And where they can where can they check that out?
On Instagram, I create underscore magazine. I create underscore magazine. Check out I Create magazine, man.
Okay, and the studio
The studio
podcast.
is 159 South Main Street, Phillipsburg, New Jersey. Um, it's a bunch of people that I rent the space to do their own podcast. You got a girl there named Harlem Nah.
Where can they go
She's
check it
from
out? There's a website or IG or something where they can go see it.
yeah, Proven Magic, at Proven Magic on Instagram with a K. At Proven Magic with a K.
That's
Shout
what
to
I'm
my
talking about.
shout to my guy DJ Hectic. I got a bunch of people over there, good people. My engineer, Corbin Dallas, man. Everybody's on Instagram. Check them out.
What's the next move for all of that?
That's just going to the next level, man. It's just getting more podcasters in there. I'm getting more. Oh, JoJo Simmons comes through on a regular. Getting more
I
artists in
seen
there.
that with JoJo Simmons, man. Yo,
Yeah,
come on, man.
that's
Yeah,
the
that's
guy.
legendary.
Yeah, that's the guy right there, man. So I got a lot of big names coming through there. A lot of good things are happening with Proven Magic, man. Premier Multimedia Center in the whole tri-state. People come from all over the region though to come there, from New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. I got people coming from all over the north coming over there, man, doing their thing, man.
I've been seeing it's been stacked up.
Oh man, we not playing. We not playing, bro. We not playing, man. So that's where I'm at with that. Um, in the terms of music, got a lot of good things going on with that too, man.
Where we at in the development, man? So I'm gonna take you there right now. So let me lead you there.
Okay.
So you're doing all this music stuff, right?
Yeah.
You created these great companies over all these years, man. Successful companies. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes,
Which
sir.
you are a partner of, CEO of, and so on and so forth. You left the DJ thing behind, basically, but you still DJ Jamio.
Yeah.
Because I always tell people, man, once a DJ, always a DJ.
Always a DJ. Yeah,
You
definitely.
feel me? Like that's in you. No matter what
Yeah.
you do, no matter where you go.
Yeah, I did a lot with Amazon over the last 2 years for DJing their corporate events. So I still touch the wheels of steel.
Okay. Oh shit. God
Yeah.
damn. I didn't even know that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I
They cut
love it. You
nice
know
check. Amazon cut nice check.
yeah. Oh, that's a different type of check.
Yeah, it's different type of check, man.
That's a
For real.
corporate check.
It's a corporate check. I still do corporate gigs. I'm available.
You do corporate gigs, man.
I
Fuck
still do
everything. I do a
corporate gigs.
corporate gig.
Yeah, I'm available.
The check will always be good. And you
Right.
still, no matter what, at the end of the day, you still a DJ.
That's
You
right.
still hip to the music.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But I know from what I know that you recently came back from
Shout to my brother, man.
New
My little
Orleans,
brother.
man.
New
Let's talk
Orleans,
on
man.
that, bro. I know you
Yeah.
got a new situation. It's a Cash Money record situation. Baby
Yeah.
and Slim
Yeah.
direct. Talk on that,
Yeah.
baby, real quick, man. Because
Um,
I wish the homie would have came on real quick.
yeah. On Site Dita is the artist. Um, Rublo. But on-site Dita, man, that's the priority. Rublo is a dope artist too from over there.
That's a
They
new
got a
priority
whole
for who? For
they
where?
so on-site Dita is straight cash money. Rublo is straight cash money. This the new cash money. These the youngins. These
It's the
guys are
new,
on
the new, new.
fire.
It's the new,
This
new.
the new this the new lineup. Matter of
This ain't
fact,
young
check
money. This cash money.
this cash money. Check out
Okay,
the
cash money
video.
billionaires.
Right. Check out the video that dropped today. Added up with the drop today with Birdman is in the video with on-site Dita. Oh man, on-site records.
Where can they
It's
see it? At YouTube? Where
you
can they
you
catch it at?
check out YouTube, man. It's when I tell you it's crazy right now. It's crazy right now. I went to NO. I got with my brother, man, Hollywood Pompeii.
You
We
just
got
coming back from there, right?
I just got back yesterday.
Okay.
Hollywood Pompeii Studios. Hollywood Pompeii brought me into the mix with Cash Money. And I'm telling you, it's about to be up, up, up. You better get with me now. When
What's
I
your
tell
involvement?
I'm all the way marketing. You know, that's what I do. Marketing, straight marketing.
Back to the origin. The origin.
I'm telling you, man, I feel so good. I feel so good about this one. This is it, man. Straight cash money, baby. Cash money
That's that's
records.
that's
Yeah,
a good look. So where can they get at
on-site
you to get the
records.
music?
Oh, they can holler at me, man. You know, you can holler at me on Instagram, DJ Jamie O. You can holler at me. You could get right to my email, man, DJ Jamie O #9 at Gmail. Holler at me. I give you the whole DJ pack. I give you the EPK. I give you everything you need. On-site Dita. Remember, I told y'all, man, this kid is gonna take off. I said the
Where can they
same thing.
check him out at?
They could check him out. They could check him out at on Instagram, on-site Dita. They could check him out. He's on the Cash Money website. His ball game is over.
That's what I'm talking about. I love it, man.
Yeah,
We're gonna put everything up. We're gonna make sure that we post it up. I gotta
yeah.
ask you, man, before we zoom out, where's the next move? What is the next move for Jamio, man, in this crazy world of music and where we going? And obviously, you and I cannot disclose yet. So my listeners know, man, me and Jamio got something really big going on
Yeah,
in the
we got
Latin
me
world.
and Manny got something huge going on.
So huge going on, man, that I cannot disclose as of yet.
Oh, well, listen, I can't disclose it either, but I'm gonna say this, man. Jamio translates as Jaimeo, and
Jaimio, that's gonna be Jaimio.
that's all I'm telling y'all, man. Your brother, Moreno Latino, Tranquilo. I'm telling you,
Tranquilo.
I'm transitioning to the Latino market. The Latinos have embraced me. My man Hollywood Pompeii is Puerto Rican. Manny Mad Dog is Puerto Rican. The Puerto Ricans have embraced your brother, Jamie O, a black man in the wilderness of North America. I'm telling you, man, it's huge, man. It's
Thank
huge.
you, bro.
So I
We
thank
about
you.
we
I
about
thank
we
all my
about to kill him.
Latino people, man.
Now we about to kill him, man, and do what we do, man, and be the
Yeah.
best at what we do, man. Jay,
Yo.
like I'm
Yeah.
I'm I'm so blessed to have you a part of it. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie, man. I'm blessed to have you on the show because I know you just coming back from New O and doing
Yeah.
some big things in New Orleans, man, with
Yeah.
your people's man, Cash
Yeah.
Money. So there's a
Yeah.
lot of good synergy that's going on here right now, man. Um, what's the next thing for Jamio, man? As far as you, what's going on with the company? What's going on with like what's the next move? Like, we not going to the second quarter of 2024. Like, what's the next move?
It's just, to be honest with you, without, like I said, without saying too much on what we're doing,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. God dropped in my spirit, man. Um, at this age and this point in my career, I'm going all the way international. Um, all the way international. We're traveling. We're living my life as a human being. I raised my child successfully, his mother and I. I really, really, really want to see the world now, and really touch these Latin markets. I want to begin to get into the African culture with the Afro beats. It's all
Yes,
about international music. If you're listening to the radio now, you can hear the blend of international music that's being played on FM radio, um, just all the radio formats, um, a combination of international music is being played. And I want to be in this international market on a major level, especially within the African and the Afro beats and definitely the
the
Latino
whole
market.
Afro-Cuban movement,
That whole Afro-Cuban movement, yep, Afro, yep, and really,
Afro
really
beats, everything, man. It's a
Afro beats,
combination of
everything.
it's
Yeah,
it's all about that globalization.
globalization, right, and especially with the Latin market, that's where I see my biggest success. I see my biggest checks coming from out of this thing that you and I are doing together, and the things I'm doing with Cash Money and
That's right.
taking. And if I have the opportunity, or when I have the opportunity, I should say, to take Cash Money even heavier international, that would be a dream come true. So um, a lot of music, period, jazz, and that whole African, the drums really come out of New Orleans that way. And being a guy from the Bronx, for where hip hop was founded, I'm at the best point of my life. I tell everybody, just live long enough. You know what I mean? And then I got great big brothers like Manny, yourself. We're gonna be all right, and all right means sufficient, and
Yeah,
sufficient means more than enough. So
yeah.
so posture yourself and buckle up and get ready for tons of wealth, and success. So we on
Man,
we on fire, man.
nah, okay, because you told me that it was something I can't remember the exact words. You said something to the effect that, bro, you ain't even made the money that you about to make yet.
That's what I try to tell you. You
You
ain't
ain't even
started.
done what you
You
about
ain't.
to do yet.
Your greatest days is right in front of you right now.
That's what, yeah, yeah.
That's a fact, man. That's a fact, man. So, before we sign out, though, I just want to give a couple shout outs, man. And
Now
and,
you
and
good,
not,
but before you even do that, I got a quick question to ask you. I know you work with the universal system, man. With the
yeah,
shakeup that just happened and all the people leaving and the whole
yeah.
division and everything that's going on, man. Has that affected what you're doing in any way?
No, see, this is the beauty of being an entrepreneur. I work for me. I don't
I
work
hear
for no
you.
labels, right? So they can shake up all they want. Just put my shit out.
I hear you. I hear you.
So this
I
is
hear
the
you.
beauty. This is the beauty of being a boss, right?
Yeah.
It's the beauty of it, man. I work for me. They just my partners.
Right. So you got control of your shit.
I got control of my shit. I don't want it. I won't have it any other way.
Right. So don't shake up nothing that you and Rob are doing in terms of One
No,
Wealth Nation and the
they can't.
deals and all that
Man,
you got going on.
no, no, it don't shake up what we doing, man. Because you know what about us? We adjust in the battlefield. I study Sun Tzu, so we adjust in the battlefield. You know what I'm
I
saying? Yeah, yeah. We know how to pivot on a dime, man. I'm gonna tell you the truth. We know how to pivot on a
love
dime.
it.
We Bronx guys, two Bronx boys. We've been around a long time, man.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we
we
know how to
have.
pivot, and then like I said, for me, man, personally, is my beauty is having great relationships like this. So if I think I don't know what to do for a second, I just pick up my phone and call one of my bros.
Exactly.
That's simple.
That's how I be feeling too. I'll be like, yo, what I
Yeah.
don't know, I know a lot, but what I don't know, I got somebody to call. How many times I call you, Jay, and be like, yo, Jay, how they do that? Yo, how would you think about this, nigga? How we gonna handle
That's
this? And
right.
like, you know
Iron
what I'm saying?
sharpen iron. Yeah. But I'm just want to say this: those major labels been around a long time, and we all human beings. Everybody still needs somebody. They're gonna need us. We know our culture better than anybody. Nobody knows the
That's
urban
right.
music and Latin music better than us. You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
So that's it. So they're gonna need us regardless, and we're gonna need them to a degree. You know what I mean? But we
Yeah.
we good. We're gonna survive regardless, no matter what happens. We do this because we love it. We made money
That's right.
already. We do this
That's
because
right.
we really love it.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right, man. And sometimes you need that 800-pound gorilla, and that's okay, man. We know how
That's
to
right.
tame the gorilla, man. You know what
That's
I'm
right.
saying?
We guess what? We got bananas.
We are bananas, baby.
We are bananas.
We are bananas, man. Yo, Jamie, man, this has been such a great conversation, man. I love to learn more about you and your history and where
Yeah,
you came from, man, and where you
yeah,
what you're doing and where you going. Because
yeah.
you were like people don't understand, man, how much you giving to this bitch. I tell people all the time, man, I give him more to this bitch than it's ever given me. You
That's
know
a
what I'm saying?
fact. Oh
But,
man, say, oh boy, you said
yeah,
it. That was it
but
right there.
but you know what? If we wasn't okay with it, we wouldn't continue doing it,
Yeah,
knowing that we always gonna catch the we always gonna catch the lower end. Let's be honest, we always gonna catch the lower end.
it is
I
what
mean,
it
what we're
is.
about to do is different, but we always gonna
Yeah,
catch the lower end, bro. At the end of the day,
yeah,
man, because there's always gonna be 100 people above us.
yeah. That's all. That's all right. That's cool. We don't need to be up there. The air's thin up there, man. We need to breathe.
It's as Diddy, man. As Diddy is lonely at the
I,
top,
I,
baby.
I didn't want to say it,
Woo!
but you said it. I didn't want to say that. I didn't want to say no names, but I swear you think just like I think, man.
And
You
why
know
they
what I mean?
say it's about to come down on Jay, but that's not why we're here. We're here to salute the
We here
legends,
to
man.
salute,
I'm
and we love, and
yeah,
we love those who paved the way and set good examples.
exactly, man. And keep it real, man. Just keep it real, keep it trill. You know what I'm saying? If you can't do it, don't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
At least say you can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a business, baby. Like people forget,
Yeah.
man. This is really, really, really a business. This is a multi-billion-dollar industry, man. And we came from nickels and dimes, bro.
Right.
When we
That's
first
right.
started, it wasn't even that industry. You feel what I'm saying?
That's right.
Yo, hold on, real quick. Yo, Sean Swift, you on there? You know DJ Sean Swift.
For sure.
Yo, I'm
Salute.
on. Peace. What's good, man?
Peace.
Sean, tap
Peace.
in, man. Let us know what's going on.
Hey, man, I'm enjoying the interview, man. You know what I'm saying? Getting a lot of knowledge, man, because I'm still,
Appreciate.
I'm a student, man. So, I appreciate everything you guys doing, man. And just to hear this, you know what I'm saying, to hear my brother speak on his journey, man, I really appreciate it, man. So it helping to inspire me a little bit more, too. So I
Yeah.
appreciate y'all and coming, hit me up and jumping on the line, man. So salute
We
to that.
appreciate you. We appreciate
Yes,
you a
sir.
lot. Yeah.
Yo,
And
Sean,
continue to
don't
be a
get it fucked
student.
up. DJ Sean Swift ain't nobody to play with, man. He's
Well,
another brother, man. Done
no
deals,
doubt.
done label deals. You know Sean, man. Sean's a good brother, man. I salute you, Sean.
Yeah, I
Salute.
appreciate it. I salute you too, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And we still ain't going nowhere, man. Just like
No
Kermit, man.
doubt. Good
Kermit been
vibes,
doing this
man.
for
Good
100
vibes.
years.
Yeah, exactly. True
Kermit
inspiration
was
right
here when
there.
they started the phonograph.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Definitely inspiration right there. Current been on the game for a long time. So yeah, salute the OG.
Appreciate you,
Salute.
Sean.
So
CC, shout
eight
out you to you
tracks.
too, CC.
8 tracks.
Nah, you was here before the 8 track, man. They ain't had no 8 track,
For the
man.
eight tracks. The
You was
real,
here
the
before
real.
the 8 track, man. So
Yeah,
I'm
The
gonna
back
do
when they
real,
what I
the
always
real.
discovered
do,
the
man. Hey yo,
back when they
what I'm gonna
discovered the
do real quick.
RCA Victor logo back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, you was the original, man. That was your dog that was on the logo.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna shift it to you. Yo, before I let you go, nephew, you already know. Let me give it to my aunt, as I do each and every week, man. As we do every Syndicate Friday, man. I shifted to my aunt. This man been in the business, yo. When I tell you, ridiculously a long time, and has done so much. You feel me? And I salute him. I'm privileged to have him to be a part of what I'm doing. This Syndicate Fridays and all that, man. This informational opportunities, man. You got something to say before we sign out, and I give it to Jamie so he could do his salutes.
Yes, sir. Well, definitely. First of all, I want to salute everybody that came on and still here. Like Darrell P from Chicago. He's a producer, artist, and has a studio there, manager. Artist, the young lady artist who you can't see her name because it says connecting to audio, but that's she comes in all the time. She's from she represents L.A., Atlanta, and North Carolina. Then we got
Salute.
of course DJ Sean Swift out of Atlanta. We got CC. We got Hell's Flame as an artist out of Nebraska. Got Carl Leonard as a live drummer out of the Bay Area. His family's played with famous people like the Isley Brothers. We got Don SZN as the artist out of Charlotte, North Carolina. We got Jameer Salt, who happens to be my fraternity brother, and he's an artist. Then we got the real Linus just jumped on. She's an amazing lady. But last but not least, we got multi-platinum Grammy Award-winning singer-songwriter producer Michael J. Calhoun, co-founder of the legendary group The Daz Band. But yeah, back to me. Yeah, I'm celebrating my 51st year in the music industry. Earlier, you mentioned Moody's
Congrats.
Records. I forgot exactly where they at, but they were part of my retail team. I checked my emails. The last time I emailed them was 2011, though.
Yeah, they're in the Bronx still.
They were part of the retail team.
Yeah.
You say what about
they're
them?
in the Bronx still.
They're still in the Bronx.
Oh, okay. And so I wanted to mention that. And also, you mentioned about disc makers. Disc makers, obviously had all the tools that you needed, right? But I'm gonna tell you why I never used disc makers. It's a Illuminati secret.
Oh shit!
When you order from disc makers, they turn they get that information to SoundScan and Billboard. So if you press up 1,000 CDs at disc makers, and something happens that they show that you sold 1,500, they know that that's not right because they know you only bought 1,000 from disc makers if that's the only person you use. Now, for people that did use disc makers, I told them to also use other manufacturing companies,
right,
and to let disc makers know that you're not the only person that's pressing their music up. Because if not, it could stunt your growth in the magazine, because the magazine is dependent upon SoundScan numbers, and that was my specialty. How I got 200 gold and platinum records, because I knew how to promote and market. I don't know, I forgot which is promotion and which is marketing, but I was doing both of them.
That's good. That's good,
man. To make stuff happen. I just wanted to say that, you mentioned a lot of names, of course, I know and recognize from being around for 51 years in the game, but I just wanted to, do that, and thanks for coming.
Let me tell you one thing. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. One thing that I do know about disc makers, man, and we all utilized them back in the days, man. But one thing about disc makers, man, along with my man Jeffrey Collins, man, and that's a whole nother conversation. That's a whole nother show. But they used to do a lot of overseas sales, man. They was bootlegging. If they gave you 1,000 pieces out the front, they was printing up another 1,000 pieces out the back going out overseas. I used to have people that used to call me and be like, "Yo, I just saw your record in Australia. I just saw your record in France. I just saw your record in Holland. I just saw." This is back in the days when we was actually still doing vinyl, and people used to call me and tell me they would see my vinyl overseas. Wow. And it was because I was getting my vinyl made, especially when I was doing my color vinyl. Remember,
right.
Jamie, remember the color vinyl?
Yep.
They used to do like the blue, the red, the promo vinyl.
Yep.
Man, they was taking that shit and bootlegging my shit overseas, bro. To this day, if I go online right now and the records that I put out that are on my catalog, they're selling, them records are selling overseas right now for like $80, the vinyl.
That's deep.
Danny, another way your records ended up
and
overseas,
I don't get nothing.
Wow.
Just so you know, Manny, another way they could end up over there is that I used to have guys coming from Australia, England, and Japan to buy records actually from my store and take them back and put them there. So, I'm not saying that, that you're not 100% correct about your records and it being bootleg, but they could also get there by people coming to the U.S. to buy records in bulk, and get that stuff too. So I've noticed that as well.
You're right. I had another gentleman at that time too, man. I can't remember his name, but he used to work with Jeffrey as well. And that man would come to me and be like, "Yo, let me get 300 vinyls." And all he was doing was shipping them overseas. And then I come to find out that he was taking my vinyl and creating a DAT out of it. Remember the DATs? Who remember the DATs?
Yeah. There's a guy now
the DAT out of it and bootlegging my shit.
There's a guy now that still go around from Japan that wants hip hop from the 80s and 90s. That's all he wants. He don't want
nothing. He trying to buy it, right? I got that call.
Yep. So just stuff can get out here, and he only want independent stuff.
Yeah, that's
he only wants stuff nobody got.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Because guess what? He knows that there's no system behind it to go and get it. to go get that
Right.
money, bro. I'm not coming to Japan to go get me $500,
Right.
$1,000.
Right.
You feel me, Jamio?
That's
You
right.
feel me? Like, yo. So Jay, as we sign off, man, come on, bro. You said you had a couple of shout outs you wanted. Unc, I
Did-
appreciate you so
Hey,
freaking
I
much,
also want him
man.
to let him know I
Yeah.
followed him from 3 different Instagram accounts. So check your Instagram follows when you get off of here.
I got you. I'm
It was
following.
it
Definitely
was
following back.
ECMDT.
It's
It
all
was East.
CMD,
Yeah, it was
ECMD, baby.
ECMD Teen, ECMD Experience, and the Superstar Maker. Those 3. You'll see them.
Okay, I'm following
Yes.
back for sure.
Go ahead, Jay.
So,
I want to give you
yeah,
the platform
appreciate
right
you.
now,
All right.
man, to do
So,
what you do.
so, so just real quick, actually nobody specifically. I'm gonna shout out the entities, and I just really wanted to give a big shout out to the DJs, just the DJs across the world, man. Um, Urban music revolves around the DJs. Of course, the Fleet DJs, the Nerve DJs, my guys who was the Hot Noise DJs. Um, oh man, so many. If I forget, man, I know every DJ coalition, man. I got somebody over at every DJ coalition, the core DJs, the
Coalition DJs.
coalition DJs, Big X and so many DJs, man. DJs don't get enough credit. With the technology, it's even gotten crazier. We need to give respect to the real DJs out here. I love all of y'all. I respect all of y'all. Um, the lit digital DJs. Oh my God,
DigiWax.
DigiWax, everybody, man, all the DJs, much respect and salute. My guy, Sir Classic, I can't think of his coalition right now. Sir Classic out of the Carolinas. Records are broken in the Carolinas. If there's any artists on the line that's listening to me, records are broken in the Carolinas.
That's right.
Big respect to the Carolinas. All my New York City DJs,
Wally.
all my Pennsylvania DJs, my PA niggas hold me down crazily all through Pennsylvania. The DJs, the Jersey DJs, all my
Yeah.
guys, man. And like I said, oh man, it's just I could go on and on. I was in New Orleans. I was at City Hall the other day. My boy Pompey, Hollywood Pompey, got the proclamation. All the DJs that got proclamations that day was bananas in New Orleans up at City Hall. Shout to all of them. And that's the main thing. I wanted to really shout out the DJs, man. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the DJs like the great Jam Master Jay, rest in peace. I just would
right.
I mean, really, to be honest, like you asked me where it started, I told you the jams in the parks. Well,
Yeah,
the
doing
jams in
it
the
in
park.
the park, doing it
Right,
at the. Oh
right.
yeah.
Those jams in the park, those DJs. All right, so what happened real quick, just to go back a little bit, I was at a jam and the DJ is DJing in the Bronx, but I went to Brooklyn that next week and I saw the same thing. So you got to understand, like a 7-year-old seeing something like that, and I'm seeing that this equipment and this energy didn't only exist at my grandmother's, but it also existed where my godmother was.
Um,
I don't know if you can understand what I'm saying.
nah,
For
it
me,
hit you. It hit you. It was an
it hit me
understanding.
right. It was like this exists everywhere, and that's big for a 7 or 8 year old. That type of technology and that type of energy. So that's really what I was trying to
And
say.
now in your 50s, baby.
Right, right,
It's a whole lot of years, man, to
right,
comprehend and understand the
right,
magnitude of what you become a part of. Because no
right,
matter how you look at it, when you talk about urban music history, you talk about hip hop history, guess what?
right,
You are a
right.
part of this, brother. And they can't talk
Definitely,
about it without identifying you.
definitely. I want to give a shout out to my moms, of course, and then I want to just give a shout out to Manny Mad Dog, who is an awesome, awesome human being. First, I've been a great
Thank you.
mentor and a great business partner, and he can't disclose what we got coming, but it's huge. It's huge, life changing, legendary,
Legendary shit. This is what
legendary shit.
legendary stories are built out of what we're about to do.
That's right. That's right. So
You know what
God
I'm
bless
saying?
everybody. Thanks for having me on the show, Manny.
Jay, I appreciate you, man. And I appreciate everybody that checked in and been a part of this Syndicate Friday. It's each
Yeah,
and every Friday how we do. You already know, man. I
yeah,
salute the legends,
yeah.
man. That's
Yeah.
what I do, man. I give it up to the legacy talk, man, because everybody got a story, baby. You
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying? It's a
Yeah.
real story, man, from real legends, man, that really done this, really been a part of this, really broke this. Understand, man? You can't know where you going if you don't know where you been.
That's
That's
right.
what I keep telling y'all youngins, man.
Better know.
You can't discount the OGs, man, because guess what?
Better
You wouldn't
not.
be nothing if it wasn't for us.
That's right.
You feel me?
That's
So
right.
Syndicate Friday, man, you could be
Yeah.
anywhere in this world, but you're here with me. I appreciate y'all for being here with me. Have a great weekend. I'll see y'all next week. God bless. God bless Jamie. God bless Kermit, man. God bless everybody
Yo.
that checked in. It's a Syndicate, baby. I'll see y'all next week. Bless.
Peace.